Hey guys, I am Daisho, and I am here bringing you some Hearthstone, and today we're going to be doing a ranked match, or two, or three even, who knows, it's possible. But first I'm going to show you the deck that I'm going to be playing. It's Doomdgs Shaman. He's just a guy who managed to make it to Legend, and his deck list was posted online. So I basically copied it. The one missing thing I don't have is Blood Mage Thalanos, so I just replaced it with Alakir the Windlord. Not really filling the same role. I was thinking of playing something like an Azure Drake, because that also gives you spell power +1. But I don't know, decided to just forgo that and instead play a different powerful legendary. Even though Alakir kind of sucks, he still is pretty good. I mean, he can definitely win games. Maybe I should play a Doomhammer instead. Do I even have a Doomhammer? There's a Ring Farce here. That's not what I wanted. Do I even have a Doomhammer? I don't think so. No, okay. Anyway, I think that part of the goal of this deck is so that it could beat all the Warlocks that are roaming and running rampant throughout the top of ranked play. But anyway, I mean, the main reason why I wanted to run this deck is because you get to run 2 Fire Elementals and 2 Argent Commanders, and these 2 cards together are just absurd. I mean, also Earth Elementals are pretty decent. I don't know. It's got a lot of really cool and powerful spells in the deck. It doesn't have any 4-drops now that I look at it, but I don't think that matters so much because it has so many 3-drops that have overload, so a lot of times you're not even going to be able to play a 4-drop. It's also got a lot of 1-drops to fill out the curve. So anyway, this is the deck. We'll see how it plays. I haven't played any games with it yet. Definitely pretty excited about it. It's got to be a pretty decent deck if somebody did manage to make it to Legend rank with it. So I'm sure it has some cool synergies. Wild Pyromancer, Pyromancer, there's one of those, or is it Pyromaster? I don't know. There's only one of those in the deck, which is an interesting choice. There's a lot of spells, so it can definitely do some work in terms of clearing the board as an all classes card, which is interesting. Alright, well, we're playing against a Warlock, so it should be the ideal matchup. I don't think I need this Earth Shock as long as I've got a Rock Fighter weapon, but I will keep the Feral Spirit in my opening hand here. And there's a Forked Lightning as well, so that could be really useful in terms of taking down a Blood Imp early on. Greetings. So here he leads off with a Flame Imp. I think I just want to go for a Rock Fighter weapon. If he follows it up with a Blood Imp next turn, then that'll be pretty bad for me because I'm just taking 3 extra damage, because then I have to still Rock Biter weapon it next turn. Turns out that it would have been really good for me, but either way, I am still going to just coin out a Feral Spirit here, and that should be pretty good for me. I mean, big wall right in the beginning of the game. He doesn't really want to attack with his Knife Juggler, but he still might have to. If he doesn't attack, then I'm going to be able to Forked Lightning and kill a couple of his guys and then start giving him beatdowns. Yeah, this is looking positive so far. I don't know why he wouldn't attack. He's clearly going to. So I can get some small amount of value out of a Forked Lightning. So it looks like maybe he's playing the Murloc deck, in which case this Lightning Storm could be very useful. Well, it doesn't really make much sense to Forked Lightning here, does it? Well, it might. Yeah, I may as well just go for it. Don't have to lose or take any damage on my guy. And I get a 1-for-1. I spent 3 mana for my spell, whereas he's only spending 2. But next turn, I'm just going to play Stormforged Axe anyway, so that should be okay. Another Knife Juggler. Following it up with just a draw. Okay. So, I think I'm going to take the 3 damage to keep my Taunter alive here. Oh, well, that would have been a nice thing to play next turn, but I think that, well, actually, I mean, I could have just made a Totem here. That probably would have been a better play, so that I could play Sylvanas Windrunner next turn instead of having to worry about the overload. Now I have to, like, draw a spell. Alright, so he's going to drop a Voidwalker, which is pretty good on this board because I have to use a durability, take a damage, and take a damage on my Spirit Wolf to get past that. But as we push into the mid game, like, this definitely is only getting better for me. Alright, so he's got... Ooh. Wild Pyromancer. Wild Pyromancer. God. Alright. Let's go for a totem first. And that's pretty good. That's going to make my decision up that I definitely do want to attack here. And I'm going to go with Pyromancer. And he gets to keep his War Leader, which is pretty good for him. But, I mean, just the fact that I have this Pyromancer on the battlefield means that any spell, literally, will kill this next turn if he does go for the 2 damage there, which is good for me. So he's just going to Shadow Bolt it right away. The fact that he had to use Shadow Bolt on that and not one of my other spells is really nice. Alright, so this turn looks like it's just going to be Fire Elemental or Argent Commander. Probably Fire Elemental, because this will survive. Oh, alternatively, I could have just killed that with my face and then killed that. Yeah, it would have probably been a better play. I do lose 5 health going down to 16, but 16 is okay with my opponent only on 3 cards in hand and the game about to start turning around. Yeah, and then I wouldn't have had to worry about that card at all, and Mortal Coil to finish it off. Yeah, that was definitely a misplay and could end up costing me a significant amount. At least I mean, I also have this Earthen Ring Farseer to get back up on some health. Oh man, that's bad. Alright, so we're down to 15 here. Lightning Bolt. 2-4. Well, I could just Lightning Bolt this, Argent Commander this. Yeah. I do need to gain some life, though. I do not like being at such low life against a Warlock here. I'm gonna keep the axe around, even though it's not that useful, because like my opponent's creatures are still gonna get 1 hit in, basically. He's got another Shadow Bolt. So this is a really interesting take on the Murloc deck. It looks like he's backing up his aggressive Murlocs with some removal, which you usually don't see. Alright, so we're gonna go one of these and one of these, and then pass, again keeping the weapon around. And I mean, dropping Sylvanas on an open board is not the best use of it, but he still has to deal with a 5/5 before he like plays anything, so it definitely has some value. Okay, that's fine. All right, so Earthshock is a good draw. It just means it just gives me another chance to win the game. So I'm just trying to see. Okay, if this was a spell power, then I could do 6, 8, 14 damage, but still not enough. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for that and that. Attack him, and I'm trying to decide if I want to heal this guy up. I think I'd rather just heal myself, even though this does put Sylvanas in a position. Oh wait, forgot. Thankfully I've got a healing totem, but it's a good thing I didn't heal this up, otherwise I'd look like an idiot. But I guess the fact that I spoke about it does kind of make me an idiot anyway. Like, if this guy has 4 toughness, then he's in Soulfire range, so yeah, I don't really see a way, unless my opponent kills one of my creatures. It looks like he's going to die next turn, because yeah, it's 9, 10. I mean, got a Lava Burst here for 5 damage. Looks like he's got a Demon Fire or something like that in hand, but I mean, once I took control of this game. Oh, that plus Shadow Flame. Okay, that'll buy you a couple more turns for sure. Sure, you got yourself a Grimscale Oracle. I'll just take care of that with an Earthshock here. Thankfully drawing a creature so that I can start killing my opponent again. Because this deck doesn't seem like it has that many that many win conditions. I mean, there's a good amount of creatures, I suppose, but definitely could have some trouble killing opponents at points. Warlock Raider. And that guy. Alright, so I do have this this spell damage totem, so But yeah, otherwise I was going to be able to for sure kill both of his guys with the Lightning Storm. So it really did kind of seem like this deck is designed to just destroy the deck that I was playing against. At basically every single point in the game, I had like a really good play to stop what he was doing. There was that one turn where he got that old Murk-Eye in, but even that, I would have taken less damage had I just been smart about it and killed his 5-2 with my weapon, and then just shot the other thing, the 5-4, with, or what would have been the 3-3 with my Fire Elemental. If I had done that, then it would have taken significantly less damage. And we're playing against a Druid, which I do not think is a perfect matchup for me. Gonna drop Sylvanas, my opener. Not really sure what I'm supposed to be keeping against this deck. There's only one Flametongue Totem in the deck, and I'm not really sure why it is in the deck to begin with. It doesn't seem very good, and it confuses me. But I guess it. Oh God. All right, just a Harvest Golem. I can Earth Shock it, and then Rockbiter weapon. That's still a 2-for-1. Yeah, Earth Shock is not great here. Alternatively, I can just play Wild Pyromaster. What to do indeed. So next turn, what if I, okay. This is an interesting position. So yeah, I think I'm actually just going to 2-for-1 myself here. Earthshock and Rockbiter weapon both don't seem very good in this matchup, and that's really the best way I have to deal with that. And I mean, technically it's not really a 2-for-1 since he did innervate it out on turn 1, so it's really a 2-for-2. Novice Engineer, that's okay, we can deal with that. And I mean, we'll be losing 1 life, or 1 potential life if we play this turn, but I think it's still worth it. I mean, what I was trying to say about Flametongue Totem earlier, I guess it's a way to activate your totems. Like if you have a bunch of totems on the battlefield doing nothing, then you can just drop that, and that'll help out a little bit. But yeah, it looks like he's just going to Claw to get rid of my Earthen Ring Farseer. But that's alright, because I suspected that something like this would happen this turn, so next turn I have a pretty good follow-up, and then I can play Wild Pyromaster and still get a totem out. I'm going to play this guy over here, maybe? It does make a difference where you place your creatures when you have a Flametongue Totem coming up. So the reason why I did it this way is so that I could have a totem on the left, because when you create totems, they always appear on the right, so I could have a totem on the left of the Flametongue, but I also get the benefit of the Wild Pyromancer. So it looks like Wild Pyromancer is just going to eat a Shapeshift here, and I'm just going to Totem and play a Flametongue Totem here. It's my only play, and while it isn't perfect, it's okay, and I do have some nice things coming up in Fire Elemental and Argent Commander. Well, he's got a 6-drop here, which is Taunt Divine Shield. That's alright here. Okay, I think what I'm actually going to do is Lava Burst it. Yeah, I won't waste this one. And then re-totem up. Oh, I only lose 1 card to get rid of it, which is pretty awesome. I can play an Earth Elemental next turn, but I can't play either of these two, which is a little bit awkward, considering the fact that the next turn I still won't be able to play one of these. Alright, so Flametongue Totem's going to get Wrathed here, which really takes away my board presence, like, completely. And it was pretty good on that board right at that point, but that's too bad. I could just play a Stormforged Axe. I think I have to. God, it's so much worse to play Earth Elemental this turn, but I think I have to. I mean, I am getting a 7-8 taunt on the board. It's not like I'm going to need to play Argent Commander or Fire Elemental this turn just to stick around. Oh god. That was the worst possible thing that could happen. Well, I guess if I had one more creature out, Mind Control Tech, stealing it would have been worse, but that's pretty bad. Alright, Hex is a great draw here, because it's a very good card against Malfurion. And, yeah, the fact that I had the Axe just to take care of the big game hunter right away is nice. Next turn, I will not be able to play one of my 6-drops and Hex something, but, yeah, big game hunter, man. Who saw that one coming? Right, there's an Agent of War. So it kind of sucks that I can't Hex it and play something. Yeah, I just have to Hex it. That really sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck that I had to Hex it, it just sucks that I couldn't follow up with an Argent Commander to start beating down. But yeah, now we've got all of our little totems out there, which is less than useful. It's not like there's a card like Bloodlust in this deck to finish them off, or the only really thing that can allow my guys to attack is, I guess, a Rockbiter weapon. Ooh, Blood Mage Thalnos. Swipe me. Get rid of all my guys. Well played. Alrighty. Looks like just a Fire Elemental. And at least I can still use my totem ability, right guys? He gets a draw card off that, but I mean, I have a Fire Elemental on the battlefield, he doesn't, but then again, he is up at least a full card, maybe more depending on how you look at it. Because that, oh, the swipe didn't really get him any card advantage. Okay, come on, 5/5. Curses. So my opponent definitely has like a tuned deck, and he knows what's going on, what's going down. Alright, Tankmaster Overspark. How are we going to beat this board? Earthen Ring Farseer. So do I want to play a Lightning Storm and... I think I do. I want to play Lightning Storm and Argent Commander to kill his board. It's not incredible for me, but it is my best play, I think. Man, alright, I'm down to... There's just no part of this game that I'm winning. Well, I guess I have a 4-2 on the board and he has nothing. But he's got 5 cards in hand, so he's going to be able to play them. I need to draw, like, Alec here in order to start getting back into this one, I think. And he gets to draw even more cards. Alright, well, I can kill that then. He might get a card off of it. It looks like he didn't. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, so yeah, I think I just kill this. As well as totemize. I did get the spell damage totem. Interesting. I was going to think about Fire Elementaling and Earth Shocking just to take that guy out, but unfortunately I'm overloaded from last turn, so I can't do that. But I will go ahead and play this and gain some life. Doesn't make sense to play the Earth Shock here, because then he could just trade with Argent Commander, which I have a feeling that he's going to do that anyway. Oh, he's just going to kill Argent Commander with that. That's pretty good. And then nom that. Oh, as long as he leaves this around, then I can just go ahead. He's just going to swipe. Well, that'll work. And shapeshift to kill that. Oh god. This is bad. Because now my Fire Elemental can't take down the Ancient of Lore. Oh, well, I did draw a Hex. That's pretty good for me. Should do it this way. I mean, there might end up being better things that I could have taken out with Hex, but I need to deal with the immediate threat that is going to kill me, so... Alright, we can silence that. He's going to hit me down to 11 here. Thank God we have the silence. Oh, please, please give me a spell damage totem here. Damn, alright. Still got to go for one of those. And I'll kill that guy. Yeah, spell damage totem would have been very, very clutch. Then I could have killed the Sylvanas Windrunner, and he wouldn't have a way on board, at least, to finish off my fire elemental here. And it looks like it's going to faceless it. That's not such a big deal, because I do have a lightning bolt, so I can take that out. But the big deal is that my opponent is at 31, and I have no pressure, and he's got cards in hand while I don't. Feral Spirit, that's a good one. I mean, it's okay. Like, my opponent has probably has a lot of big things in his deck. I use both my fire elementals, one of my Argent Commanders, one of my Earth Elementals. I still do have my Sylvanas Windrunner as well as Alec here for some reason. Alright, there's a Black Knight. I mean, in addition to, like, actually not that many cards left. Alright, 12 cards. He only has 5 cards in his library. Jeez. Alright, that's a good one here. Would have been a much better thing for him to hit with the Black Knight. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense to just charge. I guess it makes some sense. No, because then he can just finish it off with a Shapeshift. So it makes more sense to just attack him. Alright, Harvest Golem isn't going to do it here. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, you can't even kill my Earth Elemental here. Rockbiter Weapon. Alright, buddy. Shamu's boss. I don't want to take the damage myself. Oh, I think I'm actually just going to attack him. Neither of these two creatures really want to attack into me, so maybe I should have attacked one of them. Maybe I should have attacked the Keeper of the Grove. I mean, I don't know what kind of answers he has in his deck for my my Earth Elemental here. He's just gaining some life. I do have Alec here still in the deck. Huh. Alrighty. Should we do this? What do we gain from doing this? May get this off the board. This will come back as a 2-1. I guess I cast it and hope to kill that. Nope, didn't even get it. Alright, well, that was pretty much a waste, but I guess better than not casting anything. You can just trade both those. I mean, I did get rid of the first half of the Harvest Golem. But yeah, I really did need this guy. Ooh, oh yeah, he doesn't have any cards left in library, that's why I wouldn't do that. Alright, Alec here, it's your time to shine. Even though it just trades with a 5/5. God, that card is so bad. Feral Spirit, sure. Buy me some more time. I think there's still an Argent Commander in this deck. Man, I didn't get the Healing Totem? That sucks. Means that he's going to be able to kill my... Oh god, he had a Ragnaros? I do have one Sylvanas left in the deck. So that could be a positive for me. Really hoping he just hits one of my totems here. Or my face. That's okay too. I needed to draw Sylvanas Windrunner. I think I just actually have to attack him, because if I attack his creature, then that gives less targets for Ragnaros. Yeah, alright, so he had the Ragnaros. Of course, I don't know why I would ever think that he wouldn't have Ragnaros in this build. And I used both my hexes already. Oh god. Yeah, he just had enough to win. And this thing is taunting. Yeah, I don't think that I'm going to make it past this one, guys. Just a strange feeling. Oh god. Alright, well played. He just hit me with both the Ragnarses. It was like, the first one was like 1 in 6, and then the second one was like, what, even, like, not even that much worse, but still. Alright, so, Alec here is probably just worse than Ragnaros, now that I think about it, and I'm just going to change that, because why would I be playing Alec here when I can be playing Ragnaros? I don't understand that card unless you want to play both, I guess. No, this is messing up because I'm recording, so the frame rate is locked. Yeah, I don't understand why anyone would play Alec here. That card is so garbage. All right, let's play one more game though, and win 2 out of 3 like usual. Improve 1 star in the ranking. Man, you really need to just go on win streaks if you want to get a higher rank. But I don't know, 7 is the most I've been. I haven't even been lower than I haven't been to 6 or lower. Hopefully I'll get there at some point, but I don't know. I think that this season is going to end soon, and that's going to be sad because put all this work into getting to level 6. No, not really. I mean, getting to level 12 was pretty easy. The players weren't as good consistently, and they give you win streaks for getting 2 wins. So, like, getting to like 15, 12, that stuff's easy. It's just from 12 to 0, I guess, is the hard part. So we're playing against another Warlock deck. So I think I'm going to keep the Lightning Storm in my opening hand, but I am going to keep the Pyromaster as well, and I'm going to get rid of everything else. Earth Elemental could be an insane card if my opponent's not running Siphon Soul. I mean, he still could play like Shadow Bolt, Soulfire, but I mean, some of the Warlock decks, they weren't even running Soulfire. Alright, so he's going to lead off with a Flame Imp, and I'm going to coin into an Axe. It's a little awkward because I can't play anything next turn, but definitely, or probably the right play. We'll see what he does here. I have a Lightning Storm, so I do have a way to get rid of a Blood Imp. Alright, so I mean, if his creatures are just getting in... Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Earth Shock. I think I'm just going to Earth Shock it and then attack it. It's not good value for sure, but I really don't want to get too far behind because of this Blood Imp. Probably going to play Lightning Storm next turn. I'm not 100% sure. Actually, what I could do is just play Wild Pyromaster and Earth Shock something. Unless he doesn't play a minion. So yeah, but either way, with Wild Pyromancer, I definitely say Master like half the time. That's actually really good for me. Yeah, I can deal with this. So I'm going to just deal with his board here by silencing this thing so I don't take any damage from it. And then Wild Pyromancer is going to activate, kill both of his creatures, and now we're looking solid. I mean, I've got a creature and still 1 durability on a weapon. I have only taken 6 damage, and I have Earth Elemental and Fire Elemental as well as a Lightning Storm. So he's going to keep drawing cards, but I've definitely thwarted his early aggression. Well, that's pretty good on this board. And I just want to play this instead, so I'm just going to go one of those and an attack. Makes sense to take some damage off of the Warlock, just because they need their health, like they use their health as a resource with Life Tap. And he's probably going to trade here, and that makes sense, but that's okay. I mean, Wild Pyromancer did its job, took out a Blood Imp, which is not an easy task. And I think that that's a really important thing to do, or it's going to turn out to be a really important thing. I mean, I've only played a couple of games with this deck, but if you're playing against a Warlock in your opening hand, you really want something that can deal with a Blood Imp, because it's just one of the hardest cards to deal with in the game, and it's super powerful. But yeah, I mean, I suspected that trade would occur, and I mean, to be honest, there's no real reason to play the Earth Elemental next turn. Whoa, Wolf Rider. And just a trade. So, I mean, he might be a slower version. He was playing a Leper Gnome. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna hold off on the Earth Elemental so I can drop a Fire Elemental next turn. Gain some life back. And again, it could have been a good play to play the Earth Elemental, and if he ever deals damage to it or plays a creature, then I can attack into it, gain some health back, because I don't really need my health right now, although I don't want to go too low, because there are a lot of situations where your opponent can just play like a Leroy Jenkins and just take you out. Alright, that's fine. And he didn't get the right damage, so that's good for me. Just going to go with Fire Elemental to pick that guy off. Trade there, and hit him for 2. So we're definitely looking solid here. I also could have like totemed and tried to Lightning Storm or something like that, But this play worked out fine. I mean, I've got 8 power on the board. My opponent's at 11. Don't have any direct damage to face in my hand, but I have some good spells. Definitely got some nice things in terms of Earth Elemental and Feral Spirit, Lightning Storm. I mean, I guess it's nice that I managed to play against 2 Warlocks out of the 3 games, because like this deck is designed to beat, like in the description that the guy made for this guide, it says if you're in the top 8 ranks, you'll probably notice a ton of Warlock rushes running around. Before you decide to join them, give this Shaman deck a try. So clearly this deck is designed, or at least it does work very well against Shaman, or Warlock rather. My opponent is really having some trouble here. It's kind of funny when you... Wow, that was the best play that he could come up with. That's disappointing. Alright, so we drew the Lightning Bolt, so we can just go for that instead of messing around and playing Taunters or whatever. But alright, so yeah, 2 out of 3 is still pretty nice, even though I did get the ideal matchup. That's the whole point. You metagame your deck to beat the best deck in the format, or the most common deck. I guess beating the best deck doesn't matter, because you just want to beat the one that wins the most. But yeah, that was a pretty successful deck, and pretty fun to play. Those wondering, the guide had 31 cards, so I don't know why. I think that they just messed up somewhere along the line. But yeah, so the only 2 cards I was missing was Blood Mage Thalnos and Manatide Totem, and the only difference that I did was took out the Blood Mage Thalnos and put in a Ragnaros instead. I think that the deck would run not significantly better, but better with a Blood Mage Thalnos. I mean, you guys saw the games. There were so many times where I really wanted that spell power +1, and the fact that you can, with Blood Mage Thalnos, you can do it for cheap, and the card cycles itself is pretty sweet. Earthshock was a card that I really wanted to cut because I thought that it wasn't that good, and while a lot of the times it was like providing me with card disadvantage, it was still useful, and I still think that you guys should at least try it out before you bail on it. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and try out this Shaman deck if you've got the cards, and if you're in the top 8. I think that you guys would enjoy it. So yeah, have a wonderful day. Bye.